looking out for your friends is something that's really struck recently with me. It's super important, to be honest, because end of the day, what I've learned, what I've seen and experienced here is that, no one really knows what they're really doing, to be fair. No matter how much you think that someone's got their lives completely sorted, we are somewhat in the unknown, because everyone is in the same boat, in the sense that we are all navigating through life together. We come across experiences, positive, negative, and it's important because different people have different ways of dealing with experiences, have different experiences as well, of course. So it's really important to look out for your friends, I think, because especially, I'm in my early 20s. A lot of my friends are also in their early 20s. So we're kind of going through this unknown together. And I mean, no matter what age you really are, you're still in the unknown. And sometimes it's kind of a taboo subject not to talk about your feelings and not to talk about how you kind of are at a certain point in time, because I guess it kind of, people don't want to seem vulnerable and don't want to seem weak. They want to put on this front, and that's definitely something that's very common, even with myself too. But what I realized is, recently I had a couple talks with some close friends individually, and it kind of struck me because sort of experiences they go through are tough. They really are tough, and this is something that really needs to be addressed, in the sense that we should all look out for one another. Maybe I'm not going to go through those experiences, or maybe I've gone through different experiences, but sometimes it's nice to just provide a different perspective, because it can help someone. I've had situations where someone has not had the same experience as I had, but they provided what they can see from a different point of view. And it kind of, when I'm by myself or when I'm just chilling, and I just realized it really stuck to me, it really resonated to me what they've said. And I've had people come up to me recently and say Dill, thanks for explaining this to me and bringing this to my attention, even though it might seem obvious to me. Sometimes when you're in the moment of that problem, it's not obvious to you, or it's not obvious to them. So it's really important that everyone just supports each other, I think.
Power off.
I also think, with the whole idea of social media as well, it's not helpful, because people obviously have the highlight. Social media is a highlight reel, right? And everyone wants to have this narrative where everything is going really well for them. They don't want to seem weak. They don't want to seem like they're in need, but in reality, we are all in need in that sense. So it's honestly, check up on your friends. Check up on them, just even if it's a conversation to have with them, being, hey man, hope you've been well. It's been a while. Even if you haven't spoken to them, it's been a while. We haven't spoken in a while. But I just wanted to say, you've been a good friend. Bring up an old memory. Let them know that you appreciate them. Being a reliable person it goes a long way. Being reliable, it really goes a long way. Just being someone that's supportive, being someone that cares, again, it really does show compassion, and it just really does show that you can be trusted, you can be someone that needs to be there for support. So it's really important to be that person. I think. But I don't. There are situations where, like, sometimes you just can't help because, you know, it might not be your expertise, but you can always direct people to help. The idea is to not be the burden of their stresses, but to actually be a kind of a shining light, or like someone that can really guide them to help, rather than, you know, cure people, because you don't want to do that. We're all in the same boat at the end of the day. So yeah, I just wanted to say, like, honestly, even the most happiest friend that you've got, just think about the most happiest person that you know in your life. Even them, check up on them. I'm being serious, because you will be surprised sometimes when, you know, people have different ways of dealing with things. Some people like to absorb it all in. Some people like to use it as a way of just kind of put on this happy front. It maybe helps them feel at ease. Some people obviously don't want to show it to other people. Some are just there to. Some actually do cry for help, and that's another. You know, that's obviously, it's a good thing for you because you can obviously support. But no, it is sometimes, yeah, I'm just saying, like, the world, especially when you grow older, I know that people sometimes, they can feel like you can have loads of friends, but you don't actually have a support kind of network, or you don't have someone that can really fall back on, or just to, like, you don't have like a someone that you can really trust in that sense. Sometimes you can have that, but most of the time, if you have like 100 friends, maybe you can only talk to 2 of those, you know. So, but then again, some people might not be able to talk to anyone, so it's good to just check up on people, I think. No, I just wanted to kind of make that distinction, only because, like, you know, I feel like when you're in your 20s, there is so much going on, especially in the modern age. There's like a lot of, I wouldn't say problems, but I'd say a lot of these stresses that society puts on. And, you know, maybe some, you know, when you're in your early 20s, you've entered a new job as well, and typically, or like you're still in school, or like, you know, you're balancing uni work or whatever, but you've got so many stresses going on in your own world that no one's really there to, like, check up on you. So I just think it's, like, quite important to do so. Also, like, I just want to say, the amount of feedback and, you know, new kind of people that come across this channel, it's really nice to see. I didn't really ever thought or ever intended for this to be, like, kind of fast growing, or because usually, like, for my main channel, it took me so long to just, you know, get my foot in the door. And it's weird because I put so much effort into my main channel, whereas this one, it's just literally just me driving around, and I just whip out my iPhone and just talk. I guess maybe you guys like the authentic kind of nature of it. Like, you like the fact that, you know, I'm just sitting down, being real, speaking my mind, speaking through experiences that I've gone through, maybe during the week, maybe during the month, or whatever's really on my mind. And yeah, I feel like maybe that could be the reason. I don't know. It's fun though. I really do like, you know, hearing your point of view in your comments. So I appreciate that, and also it's good to see, because as someone that, when you're on YouTube now, it's a lot of, like, quick edits, fast pace, that's the kind of way the algorithm works, whereas slow form content is not as common anymore. So I feel like it's nice to just talk, really, unwind. But no, I don't really have much else to say, so I don't want to like drag this video or anything like that. Anyway, thank you for watching. I do appreciate the support. Feel free to reach out. I'll respond to every comment. Take care.